Hello, everybody. This is Marcus Sherpell. Are you ready to trade and get paid? That's what we're doing. We are affiliates with imarketslive.com. That's where we've learned how to trade in the FOREX market. Hey, look here. You're either buying or you're selling. There's either or, no in between. You're either buying or you're selling. Doing one or the other. But let's get ready to trade and get paid. Just a little bit of housekeeping right here. This is my web address, imarketslive.com/trade and get paid. If you're an IBO, you will have, that's an independent business owner, you will have your own website and you have the ability to sign up other people. But at the same time, even if you are a customer, you can sign up 3 people as a customer, and then you're reimbursed for your monthly fee. So either or, but the difference, you get your own website as an IBO, but you don't need to have your own website. If you're just a customer right now, go to your sponsor, the person that you sign up under, go to their website and put your customer ID number in every time someone signs up, and you get credit as well. If you are watching this video, you don't know how you got it, you don't know anything about a sponsor, well, you go to my website right here, imarketslive.com, trade and get paid, and you sign up there. And the moment you sign up on my website, you have access to the membership benefits. But once again, if you're watching this video and you did get it from someone that's affiliated with imarketslive.com, make sure you use their customer ID number so they can get credit. Let me say it one more time. If you're watching this video and you don't know who gave it to you, if you saw it on the internet somewhere because it's gone viral, you can go to this website here, imarketslive.com/trade and get paid. Membership benefits. How do we trade? We trade using the harmonic scanner, period. If you're not using the harmonic scanner, you have no business trading. The harmonic scanner is going to tell you when to get in a trade, when to get out of a trade, and how much to place on that trade based upon your account size. So, it's a powerful money-making tool. Only thing you have to do is learn how to use it. It analyzes the market for you, and it gives you a notification. You just look on your screen and it says, hey, start analyzing this. And so it's wonderful. Binary scanner, pretty much same thing as the harmonic scanner. These are just faster time frames. As a member, educational videos, educational books. The video we're about to watch right now, it's trading on your cell phone. I'm telling you, we're about to get deep, about to get heavy. Get your popcorn. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be one of the best videos, if not the best video that you've ever watched in your life about anything, period. Now, so in your back office, this video is designed for affiliates, for customers. So in your back office, you have educational videos, so you can get deep into the details. You can go months non-stop. I'm talking about 24 hours a day, and you still won't come to an end on those videos. And the same thing with reading. But the purpose of my videos, to keep you from doing all of that, just to get you what? Take a look here. Trade and get paid ASAP. We believe in fast tracking around here. We don't take long. From the moment we sign you up as a customer, we can have you trading within 1 hour. No doubt about it. Now, here it is in red letters. Never trade without the harmonic scanner. Let me say it again. Never trade without the harmonic scanner. One more time. Never. Absolutely do not do it. Do not trade without the harmonic scanner. So if you're one of those people that ended up with this video some kind of way and you don't know how you got it because it's all viral over the internet, we make our money by using the harmonic scanner. So please get with me, sign up so you can get access to the harmonic scanner. All right, and then here it is again. The harmonic scanner tells you when to get in to a trade and when to get out and how much to risk on a trade. We're about to go into a live trading session with me, with my money, real money, and you're going to watch me trade a trade that I saw on the harmonic scanner. I did not take the time to analyze it. I was in a hurry, I was busy, but the mere fact it came from the harmonic scanner, I didn't mind jumping right in. All right, once again, I'm Marcus Sherpell, CEO of Trade and Get Paid. Let's get ready to make some money. We're either buying or we selling. Either way, up, down, or sideways, we're making money. All right, see you here in just a few. Take a look here. Okay, everybody. Good morning. It's game face on. Just got me 2 hours worth of sleep. I'm feeling good. I'm in a live trade right now. I want to make sure that my mouse, yes, it said has it on here. Now, this is a 1 cent trade. This is the EUR AUD. That's the European dollar. Traded against the Australian dollar, so this is called the EUR AUD currency pair. I have another trade, the EUR AUD currency pair, going at 2 cents. So I have 1 cent and 2 cents. Now, I didn't analyze anything. Always analyze. Been doing this a while, and I did this on purpose because I want to show everyone something. And I'm in my live account, real money being traded. But look at these amounts right here. This 1 penny is 30. You see this fluctuating, and I got in at 1.49025 on the penny, and I got in. Let's see here at one. Take a look here, 1.49024 on the 2 cent trade. The interests were pretty close to each other. I have to remember it. Now take a look. I'm in the profit right now. What we're going to be doing, I'm going to be holding this down. I'm going to be getting in and getting out. I want to do this on purpose and show you how, if you remember where you got in at, how, for the people that don't understand and not fully patient, and it's not just necessarily fully patient, there are ways why you're in the, what I call the risk zone. That's between entry and stop loss. There's ways where you can make a fortune. You can get in and get out. Get in and get out. So now, if my penny was to move against me right now, $3. Number one, I got in on a good entry, so I'm already content. If it moves against me $3, that's a lot of movement. But what I would do, I would take me a second position at a penny, whether I'm in a sell or a buy, whichever one. I would repeat the same trade. But now here's what's going to happen. When this number is $3 in the negative, and I take on position number 2, if I'm sitting here analyzing this, saying, you know what, this thing goes to $1.50, then it comes back to break even. Then it goes right back in the negative. It goes to $1.50, and then it comes back to the even. It goes right back to the break even, but I'm never really going into the profit. And I keep seeing that it's $1.25, $1.50. Well, you know what I'm going to do next time this thing get around $1.50? And you're going to remember the price point and all these different things. You know what? I'm going to just come up here, press the plus sign. I'm going to execute, create a new order. You see these positions right here? And I'm going to get into another sale at a penny. So this time when I get back to break even, penny number 2 is worth $1.50. So I've got profit. And what I'm going to do, if I get the break even on the other one, I'm going to exit the trade on the other one. And now I've got my $1.50. But the thing is, I don't move usually on a penny, on a 1 cent trade, unless I'm $3 in the negative. As long as I'm operating from my entry to $3 in the negative, I don't have nothing to worry about. If it's 225, 250, it's 117, that means I'm within my zone. So, just sit there and let it stay there in the negative. However, if it's going, okay, every once in a while I go up to 250, but it keep coming back down to your real close to where you got in at. Well, that's an opportunity to hop in and out and make money. So let's take a look here. You see this button? So we're going to go over here and look at the charts for a moment. and see what's going on. Okay. This is the 5-minute time frame, and as you can see, it peaked out right here, and now it's just in a decline. So whoever was in up around this point, this was the impulsive trend up, and now we're currently in the buy zone. So it's correcting and it's going down. This is a good point as it begins to bottom out. Let's take a look here, see if we can zoom in a little bit. Okay. If you believe the market from analyzing, if it's going to go back up, because see, it went up, now it's going down, and then it's going to in correction, and more than likely it's going to go back up a little bit and pull down again. Good possibility. But you can tell that green line, that's right where I got in at, right here. So it's operating. Market is currently below my position. So let's come here again and see what that looks like. Well, with the spread and everything, I'm still in the negative, but who cares? Now this is a 2-cent trade, so if I don't mind going $3 in the hole on this 1-cent trade before I take up a second position, I would have to go $6 in the hole before I picked up a second position on the 2-cent trade. But even though my account size is bigger, 10 cent is the max that I'm going to trade on $1,000 account, and that doesn't always mean the trade itself is going to be 10 cent. That trade can be let's see here, it may be 5 cent initial entry, until I find me a better spot, and then I go in and take another 5 cent position to clean up the first 5 cent position. But I still only have 10 cent total at risk, or proper terminology, 1 mini lot. But that's okay. Let's take a look around here a little bit. Now this is profit so far, 175.63. And as you look through here, I've got a lot of 10 cent trades. I was in and out making money. A spike hit and I lost a little bit trying to fight the spike, and there those losses are right there. I lost $3.50. I was going against it, but it kept wanting to go up right here, $38. And then I was like, man, I want it to go down. I finally said, you know what? This thing gonna do what it want to do. I've got to go with it, not against it. But here's what. Look at this trade right here, though. This is a penny USD JPY. I passed on commentary from this. I did not write the commentary on this from one of the other guys that does his due diligence. He said set a sell limit, and I did that. And he said when it executes from a fake out, it's going to come down to such and such. And look, I made $18.50, but it was doing a fake out. I think it executed and it paid me within 30 seconds right here, $163.36. You see. And so what you're looking at, I was in some other positions in the EU or AUD. I was already in a sale position, knocking them out, doing everything I was supposed to do. So when it was running against me, I said, okay, I get in again, it's going to drop. I get in again, it's drop, and it didn't. But that doesn't matter. This is my real money. My gains outweigh my losses, you see. And so you take here, that gives me, it's saying 175.63. I actually made more than that, but this is your history button right here. So I would have to hit history and look at what time the day itself had changed. But these losses, you don't whine like a little whiny baby. You understand position, that gains are going to outweigh
losses, and we're going to manage the trade. So let's come back down here to the trade button right here, and let's see how this trade is going on, because right now we're in history, so we don't know what's happening. Looky here. So 30-some cent in the profit on the 2-cent trade. I'm not worried about this one, because you all should not be at the 2-cent trade. You need to master this bad boy here, the 1-cent trade. Now let's take a look. So we see where the profit is at. Now I believe you turn a penny into $5, but this stuff doesn't just happen overnight. Sometime it will, but there's a process to it, you see. And so look, we're going up 45 cents, and that's on a penny. And let's look at our commission. Look, my charge is 7 cents. So as long as I do anything over 7 cents, I'm in the good. We could take this money right now. You see I went down to 14 cents? So what we're going to do, we're going to wait now. Now we're starting to see some ranges. Look here. Ooh, look how far that went in the negative. Look how far that, look. It's running back. This is my real money, y'all. Look. But this would be time I could take a second position. But I don't want. The market is moving so erratically now. I just want to wait and be patient. And the mere fact I'm not over leveraged, I'm not going to get hurt no matter how crazy the market is going. You should always have your stop loss and all that stuff. But I'm a real person, and I don't have no stop loss set. I don't have no take profit set, because I entered this trade just to do this training with my real money. This is not Mickey Mouse money. Look at this right here. Looky here. This doesn't even bother me if I wanted to, but it's moving so erratically. I'm going to be patient and wait. But if this bad boy goes up to $3 in the hole against me, guess what? I'm going to come up here and hit this plus sign. And watch what I'm going to do, because I'm not going to do it yet. I'm just going to come over here. Look, that's 10 cents. Let's change that for you guys. Now, I'm just going to come up here and do market execution. And that's already the correct currency. Let's drop this down a little bit. Then I'm in another sell position. That's all I'm going to do. You see? Look here. I know where I got in at earlier, and this is just telling me where the market is currently at. So on the sell, I'm looking on this side, because this is where my spread is at. On a buy, the true number on the buy is going to be on this side right here. So y'all getting the trade with me live now. So I'm on a buy. Well, not a buy. I'm just saying, if I was to get a buy, this would be my number. But we're looking for sales right now. And then this would be my number. So we see, look, it's going up and down, up and down. Now let's see where we really are right now. Let's go back. But I brought you to the screen. If I was $3 in the hole right now, I would just come in here in another sale. I'd be happy. Because we see that it's going to go back to break even. And when it goes back to break even, guess what? We're making some money. We're going to get out of the first trade and keep the second one, because we got a better position. Now look at this right here. Now, what just took place right there? When it was 40-something cent, I could have taken profit. When it was $1 and something, I could have got in the negative. I could have picked up a second position. So we see this one here is not going to go against us $3, And you say, well, Marcus, how do you know that? Well, if you're sitting here watching your phone throughout the day, and you saying, okay, when it go to this point, it's turning around. When it go to this point, it's turning around. When it go to this point, the only thing you don't want to do, you don't want to enter a second position too close to the first position, because you can really lose your toenails, fingernails, underwear. They're gonna run the tables on you, and it's not them. You're being done it to yourself, because you picked up a bad position. So I'm willing, my friends, not at $1, but I'm willing at about $1.50. $1 wouldn't be bad, but that's kind of tight. But if you watch this bad boy for a while, you're just going to be able to tell from profit to loss, or operating in the profit to operating in the negative. It's not a loss. It's not until you exit out of this trade. Let's hold this button down. Watch this. Now let's go to close order, because we ain't made money yet and we ain't lost money. As long as you in that trade, you good. And let's hit close order. Now, down here at the bottom, look at my mouth. Close with a loss. Y'all repeat after me. Say, the devil is a lie. I hear you. I hear you. Look, now that's $-1 and something. That wouldn't be bad, but let's get this bad boy up to a $-1.50. Let's go ahead now. Let's go ahead. That's a $-1.07. And let's see where, you see, it's hovering around that $-1. But let's just be patient. Let's be patient. See, the key here, the biggest thing, you're no longer a dreamer. You actually got into a trade. And so now, based upon analytics, I would have known when the best entry, just because it's the best entry, don't mean that the trade gonna go 100% my way. That's all right. I want to show you something now. I want to show you something. I'm ready to take y'all to school. Who want to go to school? Who want to go to school and learn how to trade? Right here, successful keys to trading. I think I'm pretty good as far as analytics. I understand how to trade. And I'm here to tell you that's not necessarily an easy feat. But make a long story short, I don't care how good you are in trading. Look at number 1 right here. Don't over leverage. Greed destroyer. It does not matter what your skill set is. If you are the best analytical trader there is, meaning when it get to this point, enter a sell. When it get to this point, enter a buy. When it get here, do this. When it get there, do that. At this point, take your profit. At this point, set your stop loss. I'm talking about you got some bad folk out there who can do it. I even do it myself. But let me tell you something. Greed will destroy you. Because what'll happen, the foreign exchange market, you're looking at $5 trillion a day being traded. That little money you have, your $40,000, even your $400,000, your $400, your $4,000 ain't nothing. Let me say that one more time. I said it ain't nothing compared to $5 trillion. These are world governments that's trading. These are banks that's trading other folk money. They are not emotionally attached to your money. Now, they're going to trade based upon formula, so they can't be overly risky. But for you, my friend, for you, don't over leverage. Don't even think about it, because you're going to end up getting sent over to Traders Hospital and you're going to be admitted to ICU, where all the bad traders go to. Can I get a witness? All right, let's go back and check on the trade. Check on the trade. Not the trap, but the trade. Okay. How we looking? How we looking? Right now we hovering around this -94 cents. Here's the thing, my good people. When you get into a trade, y'all write this down. Write this down. When you get into a trade, yeah, I said it. When you get into a trade, whether you enter a sell or a buy, you need to bring your sleeping bag. You need to have your camping gear. You need to get you one of them MREs, meal ready to eat. You're going to be in that trade for a while. Did I say something? Look at your neighbor, and I want you to say, neighbor, you going now look in the mirror and say, I'm going to be in this trade for a while. Now, let me tell you something about a trade. That trade may execute in your favor ASAP. You might come in, hit a lick, in and out, over and done, arrivederci, sayonara, goodbye, adios, holla at you, talk to you later type trade. I'm saying that for a reason. The psychology of trading is that a person is willing to go to their job a minimum of 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. Let's put it that, yeah, 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, only to expect a payout at the end of 40 hours. But they want to start trading and they want to pay out in 40 seconds. Y'all need to write that number down to Gamblers Anonymous, baby. Because the psyche, the understanding of what trading is, when you enter a trade, you ought to already have a trading plan. At what point I'm going to do this, what point I'm going to do that. If it goes south on me, I'm going to get out at this point. If it go in my favor, I want to take start taking my profits at this point. So what we've done, we've been in this trade for a little while, my good people, for a little while. And now we're starting to get a feel for ranges. Just get in the trade first. And if you didn't over leverage, you're not going to bust your tail anyhow. If you didn't over leverage, that's capital I, capital L. If you did not put juice on it. If you did not put more money than you're supposed to have on this trade, you ain't got nothing to worry about anyhow. You just be patient. You just wait. You let the market come to you. You don't go running after it. So I would have analyzed anyhow. I would have looked at support and resistance. I would have looked at what's the past history at this point. And so that's what my entry would have been. Now, look at this right here. Looky here. It's starting to get up around $1.42. And remember I said I'm willing to strike at $1.50. I really want to be at $3 before I make a decision, because at $3 I'm going to reinvestigate, re-examine, review, relook, rethink. You know what I'm saying? Why did I get in this trade in a sell position anyhow? Do I still feel? Now watch this here. Watch this here. I'm going down here to the bottom. I'm going down here to the bottom. We're about to click on the charts. Now, this is the 5 minute. Let's 5 minute and 15 minute. So you start at the 1 day and you work your way all the way down to the 1 minute. Now, this is where the market is right now. Look, and we're on the 5 minute chart. It had peaked out right here from an impulsive trend up. That's the white right here is up. And then the black is down. This is how I set up on the cell phone. Now, it closed out in the down position, and you see these entries right here. This is where we are. And it got down this low and it closed out right here. But now this was the buy side. So people that want to make money on the way up, they said as soon as it stopped going up, then I'm going to get in and start making money on. I'm going to ride that train on the way up, baby. I'm going to ride that elevator on the way up. Come on, ride this train. Choo choo. Now, right here, is this impulsive ride up over? I think it is. So people who wanted to make money riding this train on the way down, guess what? They will get in. See, it went up about that high, and see right now it's hitting a little bit of support right here. But this thing could shoot on up even higher. So let's go back over here. Let's go back over here. Bam! Around the 97-cent mark. Now let's go back. Let's look right here. Let's look right here. This here had to be $1, right at $1.50. Do y'all see the peak of that candlestick? Let's see if we can take a close. So right here should have been about $1.50. And somewhere up around here, I think we saw a while ago, was 90-something cent. You see. So down here we were in the profit, but then it pulled away from us. Now let's take a look. Let's take a look. Y'all trading with the CEO of Trade and Get Paid. Now let's drop down here, and I train at the London session with the CEO of our Markets Live, where our harmonic scanner is at, with Christopher Terry. So I trade with him live. So now look. It's going back up. Let's go over here and look. Let's see. It's topping out $1.31. So I'm here to tell you today, my good friends, my good people, my good traders, my good students that want to learn the game of trading, but they are a little impatient and want to start getting skin in the game right now, matter of fact, I applaud that, because you're taking action. But when you take action, have some type of system. Well, what's the right system? Whatever system that works for you, that's the right system. Can I get a witness? Now, I'm showing you something for newbies, and even what I still do myself every once in a while. This is called naked trading right now. Naked trading. I didn't analyze nothing. I didn't study nothing. I just got in at very low risk. Cause look at my balance right here. I got $1,255 in my account. This one micro lot, and we're gonna call it a penny. This 1 cent trade cannot put that type of hurt on this account. You see what I'm saying? But now let's circle right here. Let's hit a new order. But if I get, now this 10-cent trade is like a 1 cent trade on a $100 account. But trust me, I can feel it. Let's do this, or I can see it. Now, so on a 10-cent trade, I would be $9 and some in the hole, and $10 now. You see that in the hole? But I don't take action on a 10-cent trade until I get $30 in the hole. So for every penny, I'm willing to go $3 in the hole before I take action, meaning before I rethink, re-examine, review, relook, reevaluate all the, why did I even get in the first place? And I'm like, well, you know what? Is it that my entry wasn't that hot? And now at the $3 mark, I need to get in another sale position, or you know what? I think I got in, and this bad boy, I just probably didn't look right, and it turned around and it was a buy. However, here's my view. Here's my philosophy. Write this down. Write this down. Get it ready. I feel that if I get in a trade, I'm willing to let my penny go in a negative $3 and put another penny on top of it. I'm willing to take that same position again, $3 later. So then I'm gonna open up a whole new trade, a whole new order for another penny. And guess what? When penny number one, let's say if it goes back to break even again, well, I'm gonna get out of that trade. Even if it gets 2 cents to break even, I'm getting out of that trade, because now trade number 2 is worth $3. Now I've really got a good position. I've really got a real good position now. So the only thing I have to do I keep that $3, go ahead and take profit? It wouldn't be nothing wrong with getting out of the first trade and taking profit on trade number 1. But I'm gonna let you in on a secret. If you do that, you are now on their money. So that you have $3 on their money, you now have their money at risk. And so do you really want to lose that whole $3? More than likely you're not, because what's going to happen, it's going to go from that $3 and it's going to bag up. It's going to come back to the $3. So now you're going to go from having $3 in profit down to $1.50 in profit. Then you're going to have $3 in profit. So now you see the range. And so what it is, where you got in on that second penny, that's your best entry. So if you take the $3 profit, you have to wait. What a lot of people don't want to do, WAIT. They don't want to wait. People are impatient. But being impatient will hurt you, break you, and you just won't do good. Only thing you're doing is trying to pick up where the market is at. So where that $3 mark, where that second penny entered, you can take that first $3 profit, and now you have a range. And watch this here. Let's go to history right here. Let's go to history. Now you can come over here and you can say, okay, this trade right here, a 10-cent trade, and I only did $1.76 minus commission. That wasn't much on that, but I was preparing for this video and I needed to test something out. But look, it tells me right here, I got into this trade at 1.49100. I got out at 1.49077. So it's going to tell you. So let's say you in that penny and you take a $3 profit right here. It's going to tell you where you got in at and where you got out. Only thing you have to do now is going to create, let's say, another sell limit at or below that. But I would just say set it at that again, another sell limit. And then once the market gets here, guess what? It's going to automatically put you in that trade again. It's going to automatically put you in a trade. So if you still believe that the market is going from where it was, then it was backing up to you where you got in at that second penny. Now guess what? Only thing you have to do is set a sell limit. You don't have to sit there and watch your cell phone. You have just what we call scalping, naked trading, seeking out positions. Now you're like, okay, I'm going to set a sell limit. Because when the market gets back to this point, baby, skin in the game. Put me back in again. Now, right here, let's go back to trade. So now, you just determine points. See, look right here. We steady going up around $1.50. Now, now we're over $1.50. Now, we're right at $1.50. Let's see if we're hitting resistance at $1.50. Meaning it gets to $1.50, but it can't break it. And now, if it can't break it, let's see how low it can go before it come back there again, because $1.50 may be premature. I'm not taking action until the $3 mark, you see. But it depends on entry. My entry wasn't that bad. It was not that bad. And there's quite a bit of movement on a penny, but that's all right. Let's go over here and look at the charts. Let's look at the chart. Now, here it is. We were down in the profit right here, remember? And now this is $1.50 up here. It's doing the same thing. This is the 5-minute chart. Let's go to the 1-minute chart. Let's drop down. Only thing I did was touch my finger in the middle of the screen, and I can choose. Look, this is 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. You click on month, you're not going to see nothing moving. If you see something moving on the 1 month, hopefully you are in the right position, because it might the bath water is draining in somebody's tub. Look here, that is bad. Now, if you happen to be in the right position, it's good. But most time, if you see this moving, something wrong. 1 week, you can't see that kind of activity. Take a whole week before it reports. The 1 day, it take a whole day before it report. So when you seeing chart candlesticks moving on these higher time frames, something is happening. 4 hour, it takes 4 hours before that candlestick can give a report. 1 hour takes an hour, 30 minutes, 15, 5 in a minute. So right now, look up here where the mouse is at. We're on the 5-minute chart. After this candlestick closes, let me move this out the way. This thing is shot up so high. After this candlestick closes, it's going to begin to trend down, because look, you had right here, you had an impulsive ride up. Now it corrected down. But when it corrected down, look, it didn't come all the way back down where it started, did it? Sometime it will, sometime it won't. But it had an impulsive ride up. It corrected. We call this the buy side. After the correction is done, if we want to buy, we get in. We don't buy in the middle, and we don't sell in the middle, you see. Now, take a look right here. This is where I'm in right here. I got down here at the bottom of a buy in a sell. I did that on purpose. That's not what we wanted. Look here, this is a sell. This is black going down. Now, if I get in at the bottom, I've got to ride this train up now. I got to let it pull against me, because I got in at the bottom of a sell. If I'm on the bottom floor of the elevator, am I going any lower? No. But if I'm at the bottom floor of the elevator, I can get on that elevator. I can enter into a buy right here and ride that elevator up to the top floor, baby. When I get to the top floor, I can't go no higher on the top floor. I got to get back on that same elevator, and I ride it down. So I'm going to make money going down. So this is how you can scalp the market and make money going up, down, sideways. Now, sideways sounds cute, and you can, but it's oftentimes it's real tight, and it could be moving sideways right now, consolidation. But take a look here. So this is where I got in at. Look, if you look at the previous trend on this 5-minute chart, I got in right at the middle of something. So on this side I was in the middle, but it was already, this was over with. And so I couldn't get in here, but I could have set a sale limit up around here somewhere, or I could have just waited. Nothing wrong with waiting, because look, this is going up, then it came down. Now I could either, when it got up to the very top right here, I should have got in a sale, because the elevator is at the top floor, it can't go no higher. I should have got in on a sale, baby. Look here, go ahead and come on, ride that train, choo choo. So look, I could have rode that train and got off the train right here. Tell the bellman, look here, take me off this elevator, sir. Or if I don't want to get off the elevator, look here, I'm enjoying riding with you. We've gone down. Let me tip you, because I just made money going down. I'm getting out of my sale. I'm getting out of my sale. Now, let's go back up. I'm going to tip you again. But we at the first floor, so we can't go no lower. So let's ride this train, baby. Let's get on this elevator. Let's get on this elevator and let's ride up. Uh-oh, look here. Looky here. It ain't going up no more, because look, this candlestick closed out in the black. We got a new 5-minute candlestick. And now this wouldn't be a bad time to get in on the sale. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it at $1.04. Now it would have been better at $1.50. Am I right? You see what I'm saying? Now you see what we're talking about. Well, let's do it though. Let's do it. Let's come up here to do this new order. Bam. I got to change that now. We ain't doing no 10 cent while I'm training folk, and I can't pay attention to what I'm doing. Now look at this. Now look right here. It's high. It's high. That's when we want to get in on the sale, when it's up top. When it's up top. When it's up top. Ooh, up top. Now see, it came back down, but we want it up top. I wanted to show y'all that. See, look, it's dropping. I'm still good if I get in now. Ooh, it's up top. That's what we want. We want to hit resistance. You see what I'm saying? You know, look, let's just get in. Sale. I got in at a sale just then. I'm just in, skin in the game. Now look, I'm $1.34. $1.34 in the negative. Now, I'm telling you, I would have waited until I got to $3. In one sense, it depends. But let's examine what's going to happen with this penny, and what's going to happen with this one as well. Now let's go back to the chart again. Let's go back to the chart, baby. You got to have some type of chart reading. You know, how you going to sell? How you going to drive your car if you can't get from A to B? Going to the store. Yo, what a store at? I don't know. I'm just going to start off driving. Do you know how to get back home? No, I don't even know how to get to the store. I'm at home, but then once I get out there, I'm going to get lost. Now look, you see how our entry was premature just then, because it's turning back around on it. But we're going to be patient, because look, it's $1.50, $1.60 now, and now it's steady going against us. But that's all right. Let's come back over here and study entry. We're studying entry. We're studying entry. Now look here, this candlestick, here's resistance right here. It ain't going no higher. But we have some kind of confirmation. At least we got one candlestick on the 5-minute chart to close out in a down position. This was a nice impulsive ride up. So if it went up that high, more than likely, look, it is going to come down. So this candlestick is currently working right now. It's filling orders. People are making money, and some people are losing money. You see. Oh, don't talk about that word losing. Well, you know, I'm saying, let's go back over here again. Look at this button. Let's click here. We ain't lost and we ain't made, because we still in this trade. Well, that's a rap song. We haven't lost. We haven't made, because we still in this trade. Can I get a witness? But look at this. You see how this is coming? Ooh, look at this. Y'all can thank me later. Y'all can. Now, do you see how this one is in the negative, but this one here is in the positive? We making money. We making money. So when I be sending them text out in the chats in group me, that's where I'm at, or whatever platform that I'm using, I'm saying it's time to eat, 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 eat. But look, y'all over here talking about, how you talking about eating and I'm still in the negative? Yeah, because you ain't know how to pick up second positions. You didn't know how to use position number one to give away their position. You see, when you're in the military and when you're on that battlefield, it's all about position. And if it's dark outside and you shining your flashlight, you just gave your position away over a mile away or so. Further than that, now the enemy knows where you are. Look at this right here. Now y'all like being in the blue here, don't you, baby? We could exit out right now and take profit, but why in the ham sandwich would we take profit when we see this thing will go as high as $1.50 and move back into the profit itself? When this trade here goes into the profit, when it goes into the profit, I'm getting out of this one and I'm gonna keep this one. So I'm not just gonna take profit first on this. I could. Wouldn't be nothing wrong with it. Or just leave this one alone. Ain't nothing wrong with leaving this one alone. Because now we have position. We know that this is the better place to get in and get out at. So what we'll do whenever we decide to take profit, we're gonna wait. See, look, this is 1.49182. So whenever we get ready to take profit and this market runs way down, we're not gonna sit here and stare at our cell phone. We're going to come right back and set a sell limit at this position right here, 1.4912. And guess what? Every time it gets to that position, the computer, the cell phone, is going to automatically execute a new trade for me. Look at this. That's why I be sending that message out. Who eating? Baby, if you want to eat, I'm going to feed you. That's why this video is being put together. Who want to eat? I can't hear nobody. Who eating? I said who eating right now? I'm teaching you how to make money, baby. Look here. Don't worry about this one right here. Don't worry about this. Look at what's happening up here. Man, if I could just hug this trade. Y'all can't even see. I'm just holding my cell phone right now, saying, praise the Lord. I'm making money. My money making money. You can be on your job. I don't care if you work at one of the restaurants where they ain't paying you hardly nothing because you trading your time for money. That's what you doing. You trade your time. But I'm teaching you how to take a little bit of money and tell your money to go to work and make me some money. Who want me to take this profit right now? It ain't nothing wrong if I take this profit right now. Baby, money on the wood, all good. Let's hold this down. You say, wait. No, we ain't gonna get greedy. Now, look here. You want to wait until it get to $1? You want to wait? But I'm here to tell you, ooh, look at this right here. Hold it back down again. Let's get us $1 at least. See, look, you see I had moved on them? But be patient. We ain't even got to worry, because watch this. Let's go back over here to the charts. Look at this impulsive ride down. So this here wasn't the best time to get in. Now look, let's go back and get ready to take some profit. And when this bottom out, we'll get in again. So let's get over here. You training with the CEO. Ooh, look at that. With the CEO of Trade and Get Paid. Now let's look here. I'm hitting this button. I'm gonna hit it. I'm taking profit, baby. I took it. I said I took it. Now look, let's get out of this trade. As soon as this bad, or if this bad boy gets to break even in the profit, well, let's see if we need to get out of it. Let's see. Now we know how to enter. Look. If we get in right now, see this, we got in on a sale right here at the bottom. Look at this area. This was down, but we got in when it was white. Couldn't have been there in the back because I got in on this side. But when it got to the bottom, I should have waited till it turned around. See, look, you see I had hit right here. I break even point where we executed the trade, and it turned around. That is called support. And now from support, it's going to go all the way back up here to resistance. But it ain't going to go up here right now because this trend hadn't finished. This candlestick, look. Candlestick 1 was 5 minutes long. It closed out. Candlestick 2, 5 minutes long. It closed. Can we be patient? Let candlestick number 3 close out. It ain't done yet. We just got to sit and wait now. Be patient. Being patient will pay you, baby. Being patient will pay you. Now let's get back over here to this trade here. Let's get over here to this trade. Look at this. Look at this. We ain't taking no action. We ain't taking no action. See, greed will tear your butt up. Greed will get you in trouble. Don't get hype. We've already seen that the $1.50 is a point of resistance. Is a point of resistance at $1.50. So apparently we're not at resistance. You say, Marcus, we didn't analyze this trade earlier. We didn't do nothing. Only thing we did was get skin in the game. And once we got skin in the game at a reasonable risk, then we began to figure out support and resistance. Now, we could have done that without just hopping in. But I can't teach people technicalities without putting them to sleep. You know, people are doers, they're eager, you know, they wanna trade and then start, you know, getting into financial trouble while they trade. And then they in the 23rd Psalm. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Lord, I'm not walking through the valley of the shadow of death right now. I'm running. I'm on a motorcycle. Come get me. I ain't walking. I'm running. Get me out of here. So what I want to do, I want to trade first. Create a little bit of hype. Put some energy behind it. You know what I'm saying? And now with energy behind it, let's do some teaching. Now let's come over here back to the chart again. Praise the Lord. Now, this candlestick is still at work. Don't do nothing. Yeah, it's moving back up. But this same candlestick that's moving back up, getting a lot of people scared who don't look. And it's tell you the price points where it's at. Getting a lot. Now, that was the price point. Now, would it hurt to already go ahead and set a sell limit? Let's go look. Let's don't worry about this right now. This thing got 5 minutes to work. So, let's come back here. Now, how is the trend first? That's the trend. And that's 5 minutes. Let me just tap anywhere on my screen. Let's start looking out a little bit. But let's go up to 15 minutes. And let's see if we can find. So on the 15-minute chart, this was a major fake out yesterday. This thing just shot way up there. So look at bing, bing, bing. It's due to fall. But you have to know how to manage this trade in order to do anything I just did. And this is a M formation. And I saw that even when I just zoomed out. Resistance, support. Resistance, bam. As long as it don't break that resistance, it's due to fall on through, baby. So that first position we have right here, it's still cool. It's still cool. So we went to the 15-minute chart. So look, these candlesticks take 15 minutes to work. So look, this is where resistance was. We wouldn't have known to get in. That would have been premature. But when that candlestick closed out right here, and then even a candlestick started working right here, but especially if it would have closed out right here, bam, that was time to get in on the sale, because that was a nice little ride from that or there. You see, so right now it had an impulsive ride up, and this candlestick right here, all this stuff is in your back office. There, you just log into your back office, got videos and book. But this candlestick right here signaled a reversal. You see what I'm saying? Now that reversal hadn't happened. It went up there, or it is happening as it worked. But this 15 minutes. So let's bag it up again to 5 minutes. Okay. You see I had still trending up, but this thing is 5 minutes long. Let me tell you something what could happen. Where everybody else getting scared trying to read this. What could, I want no glare on this thing, but you know, this the software. Now, this candlestick is currently working for 5 minutes. This is where our $1.50 resistance is right here. Now, look at this. This thing could actually, and it's doing it while I'm talking. As a matter of fact, it's still at work. This thing could be just, it's got people think it's going to go higher, and bam, all of a sudden just turn around and close out down here somewhere. But remember, we found, now we don't need to be hyper, and I don't recommend it, but let's go back over here to this trade right here.
See, we're at $1.14 and $1.50. But even before we look at that, I'm not in no hurry. Let's come over here to history. This is what I want to show you. This is what it's about. Here's that profit right here. $1.07. We got in at 1.49182. And we got out at 1.49042. I don't care what this means. Only thing I know, we got in right here and we made money. And our commission should have been about 7 cents. Yep, and it was. We took home $1. So now, a lot of people, let's go back to the trade screen here. A lot of people see this all day long on their trade. Takes forever for this thing to operate in a profit. But what I just showed you, how to pick up second positions while you're waiting. Now, let's go back. I want to see what that was. 1.49182. Now, I don't usually do this because I don't want all those trades open at one time. I'm very conservative and patient. But let's enter it again just in case. 1.49182. Let's go up here. Now, we could have done it on this screen. Let's create a new order right here. Right here. Right here. Now, this ain't an execution. It's right here. We're going to turn this into a sell limit. We're saying right here, once the market comes up to us, we're just prepared. So sell limit. Now, what's the price? Right here. We're going to input that price. 1 point. Anybody remember? 1.49. Yeah, okay. Here it is. I can see it. 1.49182. 1.49182. This is where the market is at. 1.49. It's almost at 182. I'm not setting a stop loss or take profit right now. You know, you can do that if you want to. That's on y'all. And you should. Ain't no doubt about that. Now, let's just place the order. Let's just see. Look, you see? Put the skin in the game right here. Let's place that order. You see it? You see it? Look, it's real close. It's going. Now, I ain't even placed the order, but if I place the order, it's going to put us in again. Let's do it. I just did it, y'all. Now, here it is, sell limit. I said enter this, execute this trade. So meaning, when you took profit a while ago, the only thing you have to do you another sell limit. Now, you would still be watching this one. This is 2 cents. We don't care nothing about this. I'm training on this 1 cent. This is all I'm training on. Now, we don't have to do anything. Now, this first trade right here, it was our rabbit at the racetrack. It was just designed to get everything started. You see, now we have resistance. How high did it go? And now we have support. How low is it going? And this original penny did, I think, get profitable once or twice. And so it was support at the bottom, meaning it only went to a certain point at the bottom, but it will come back up. Then it will get to a certain point at the top. That's called resistance, but it's not breaking resistance, and it's coming back down. So in between those 2 points, we either want to trade at the top or the bottom. So at the top, what we did, since it's not breaking it, and we've analyzed our charts, this we're logging into your back office. If you want more education, if you want to watch more videos, learn how to read charts, understand support and resistance, supply and demand operates within support and resistance. Also within support and resistance, like we just got in, that's also our risk zone. And so quite naturally that is, because look, if this original trade was in the blue, then we would be in the profit zone. So what you can do, you can just let this trade here run if you think this trade here is not going to go south on you. You see, you can let this trade, because whenever this trade starts becoming profitable for a while, then you can start taking up second positions one at a time on the profitable side, because you know now that the market is truly going down. But reading charts, that's A1. So let's go back and read our chart real quickly. Let's go back to the chart. Okay, let me zoom it a little bit. Okay, the 5-minute chart.
So it did come down to here. It hit support. So when I got in, support was here earlier, and support came here too. But now we got a higher support. Does that mean that the market is trending higher? Because look at this sell limit right here. Look at this sell limit. If we execute this trade right now and this thing run off with us, now we got two trades that's going to be in the negative, which is all right. But look, it got this high once before and it got this high. But I truly believe that this thing is going to continue down. But look, between these 2 points, this is support where we first got in. That's where we want to get in now. This is resistance. This is resistance. Now, you see, it's going to automatically, if it breaks, because resistance, full resistance, actually hit up here somewhere. But we actually, now you see that? Look at that. Uh-oh. It's breaking. Let's see what happened. Let's come over here. Let's look over here, see if it activated our trade. Bam, it did. Look, you don't see sell limit down here no more, do you? This is our new trade, but this is going to be our money maker. This is going to be our money maker. This is going to be our money maker, because this ain't, look here. See, around $1.50. Around $1.50. We found support just by our first trade gave us skin in the game, and we began to be patient. You can eat like this all day, but you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. You got to know when to walk away. You got to know when to run, because positions are going to move. So at some point throughout the day, now you liable to make $20 on these pennies doing this all day long. But at some point, is either going to keep trending down and you then have to start picking up new positions. But guess what? This penny right here, your jackrabbit, the one that's operating in the risk zone, this trade right here is the one that initially gave you guidance. Because why did I come at it this way? When you come over here to these charts, I just taught some things to your own charts. How to get in at the bottom of a trend down. That's called the buy side, because it's going to go back up. Then when it's at the very top, how to enter a sell. You need to enter a sell when it's at the very top so you can ride it down. So when you're looking to get in, the only thing you're doing is waiting. And that's the hardest thing. People don't want to wait. People are looking to come over here and look at these charts when they first wake up and, oh man, I should have got in right now. You know what? Can you sit still for about an hour? You know what I'm saying? Now watch this. I'm about to click this button right here, and I can tell. See, I can look. Here's resistance. Same point right here. Watch me click this button. Now I'm gonna start moving this with my finger. Look, bam. It won't let you see it when I put it right there, but there it is right there. So look, ooh, look. It hit resistance when it first came down. Look, right here. It didn't break this bar that I just put up. Bam. Over here, it got closed. It didn't break it. Over here, it got closed. Now it's going back down. Here's our $1.50. Here's our sale limit right here. Look, so, would it have been better? I'm saying greed would have said if I got in right here, I would have done even better. But you have to wait for confirmation first. You have to wait. What we notice by trading, let's come now. Let me click this again, because I don't want this on the screen moving around. You see, I'm moving this around, but I can find support and resistance, and it tells me right here what the dollar amount at this support. You see, 1.48932. That's support. Now let's go back up to resistance. Let's go back up here to resistance, and but it's not breaking resistance, so it wouldn't even activate your trade. So resistance, look at this beauty. Look at this beauty coming down. Let's see what that's doing to your money. It's all about the money. This trade right here, where so many rookies get heartbroken. Only thing they do is see this one trade and they wait all day for it to go into the positive. Look here, if you waited, I don't care if it took you 4 days to make a profit. You ain't doing nothing. Only thing you did was set it in your cell phone. But I get a lot of feedback from people. They talking about, man, what are you talking about? How are you making money? We not making money. Are we not on the same sheet of music? I'm like, here, look here, baby. We on the same sheet of music. We on the same song. But guess what? A second verse. Same song, second verse. I'm teaching you how to read the whole sheet music now. You see this right here? You see this right here? You see this right here? Bam. It all started on this first trade. It all started right here. Alright, phone ringing. It all started right here. And from right here. Now, I could have got in by reading the chart. I'm not going to lie to you. That's how I get in. I don't just hop in like this no more. Used to back in the day. But it works, though. It works. But now I just taught you support and resistance. Let's go back and look. This is support. 1.48. Look right here. It gave it to it. 1.48933. Right here it created a bottom. It touched here and it turned all the way back around and it went up there. So in between these 2 points, it's going to be up and down. If you know what you're doing, you're going to make, see right here when it touched and it turned around, this was time to get in on a buy. You didn't know that. You didn't know at what point this was going to stop. But when it stopped and it didn't break through right here and it turned around and this candlestick closed out and you got a new candlestick, that first candlestick went up real high and closed. I wouldn't have got in until this candlestick here closed. You say, man, but you missing that money. No, I'm waiting for confirmation. Because this candlestick can shoot up here and try to fake me out like it's going to go up there and then turn around and fall through this floor and you losing your tail off. You see what I'm saying? So wait for confirmation. So now, here it is. Look, so it went up. No, this is the one we just finished on a while ago. It went up and we made money coming down. And look, it just touched here just a few minutes ago. Now it's back up again. This is when it activated that new trade. Look, it's coming down. Y'all want to see how much money we making now? Because look, this thing here. Ooh, look at that. Let's get over here. Let's get over. Because it's either going to touch here or it's going to come all the way down here. This is strong support. This is minor support. Let's come over and look at the money. Let's look at the money. Ooh, look at that candlestick. Look at that cat. Let's come back over here. Take the money, Marcus. Take the money, Marcus. Take the money, Marcus. Wait a minute. Ooh, now I'm about to take it because it's close to that support. Bird in the hand. It's worth more than a two in the bush. Now let's just sit here and watch it. Now it could have, between the time it took me to click on, get on this screen, phone ringing and all that stuff, it could have already got down to that dollar mark. But I know we save at $1. We can make $1 ever before it touches support at the bottom. So we're good. You know, but it could turn back around for right now. You see how the money is just, oh, it's escaping us. It's escaping us. Now I would have been took the profit at 75 cents. Because money in the hand is better than money running away from us. So let's go back, see what's going on. You see how that retrades, but remember we on a 5-minute candlestick. So when it got down to here, I should have took that money a while ago, because I still got this first trade open. As soon as you see a profit you comfortable with, always take it. Now look at it at 22 cents. Ain't no need of doing nothing now, you know. Or you know what we forgot to do? Let me take that, go ahead and take that smaller profit and do another sale limit. You see what I'm saying? But let's see if it pushed back down. If it pushed back down, we're not going to do another sale limit until we exit out of this one trade. You see what I'm saying? Look at this. Looky here. Looky here. Now let's get back over here and prepare. Let's get back over here and prepare. Because as soon as this bad boy show me $1, I don't know if a new candlestick is about to form or what. But guess what? Y'all trading live with me. Ain't that cool? Ain't that cool? You got to know what you're doing as a trader. Trade live with folk. Now, it's moving. It's moving down. Who want me to take it? Who want me to take it? Who want to wait for 75 cents? Who want to wait for $1? Who want to be patient? and down. At least take some of the money. Take some of the money. Which I would have been taking that money the first go round. I'm going to be honest with you. But we just need to see this, because it's not like we're trading in the blind. We're currently trading in between support and resistance. So look at that. Look at that. 70-some cent. 70-some cent. Now this thing get to 75 cent. Now, we might get out. It may not. Let's go back over here real quickly. I don't know, because now it's holding at 60-some cent and 50-some cent. 75 cent. It would work taking 75 cent, trust me. You ain't got to wait for no dollar. It was already worth it. Let's look at this chart real quickly. I got to be quick. You see what I'm saying? This thing got so much fluctuation. Next time you see what I'm saying? You got to be quick too. Come on, down. I'm taking a profit. Now, first trade, still alive and well. Let's look at the history. We just took more money. We just made more. Look at this. Now we're starting to post profit. $1.07 minus 7 cent commission. 74 cent minus 7 cent commission. That's 67 cent profit. That's $1 profit. Look here, you taking profits. Now guess what? Let's go back over here again. Let's go back here. Look at trade number 1. It's still doing the goofy, ain't it? It'll be a while before this thing go profitable. It may not. Now let's get over here. But let's go back, because is it gonna, how many times? See, it's already hit resistance twice, so it's really due to break support because it hit resistance twice. But just in case, let's go back to history here. What was that number? 1.49184. 1.49182. So let's set our sell limit again at 1.49182. Let's see what the market is doing. Okay, let's go up here, set it again. Now always reach a currency, because one thing that would be heartbreaking, that this is the wrong currency. Now let's do a sell limit. Put the price 1.49182. Now I'm not setting stop loss and take profit. I'm sitting here watching it. It plays. Now set it and forget it. That's all that is. Let the market come to you. That's what we mean by let the market come to you. Don't sit there and sniff it all day long. I'm thirsty. Give me a drink. What kind of drink you want to trade? Oh man, you fiending. I'm hungry. What you want to eat? A trade. Oh man, you desperate. You gambling at that point. You don't even know what you're doing. Let the market come to you. So look here. This is the first trade. And people be messaging me throughout the day. I'm up here calling live trades. You got to know what you're doing to call a live trade. But like I'm the only one making money. Now my other experienced traders up under me, they're making money too. But it's all the new ones talking about, man, what is he talking about? I'm in the negative. I'm in the negative. Well, you won't be in the negative no more, because now you see how we do everything. So before I end this training right here, let's do just a little bit of review. Let's come back over here. Successful keys to trading. Did we over leverage? No, we didn't. So no matter how the market was pulling against us, we were not emotionally attached to that trade, because we didn't put our whole life savings at risk trying to make money. Look here, you got to respect the game. You have to respect it. You see what I'm saying? Now, let's show you something. If you want to make more than $5 when you trade, because, turning a penny into $5, that's good movement. You really need to know what you're doing. You can do the same exact trade and make $500 where somebody else made $5. Right here. Here it is. This is no lie. But the person with the $100 account, he or she can only comfortably trade this amount. Can you do more than this? Yes, you can. But trade at your own risk. When you crash and burn, it ain't nobody's fault but yours. As a trader, professional traders, day traders,
We believe in low risk. Here it is right here. Low risk, high reward. We have to go from risk to reward. There can be no reward without a risk. But when you know how to properly manage risk, that's what we just did. Let's go back over here. We are managing this risk. But while this risk is at work, let's go over here to history. We're taking profits along the way. Is that all right? 1 penny, $1.07. 1 penny, 74 cents. Now, once you learn how to keep getting better and better entry, next time what we want to do, once this sell limit right here activates, if it activates again at this mark, I promise you, I will not close that trade out, because what I want that trade to do, when this trade here gets to break even, if I had still been in this trade, but remember I took profit because I needed to show you how to take profit along the way. But what'll happen once this trade gets to break even, this trade here is the actual better position. So once this trade here activates and then this trade gets to break even, I get rid of this trade. I don't even keep it no more. Now this better position is now paying me when I was $1.50 in the hole on this one now is at $1.50 on the break even. And that's how you turn a penny into $5. You fight for the best position. You first have to get in, then you fight for the best position. Once you have the best position, go ahead, if you want to, take profit a few different times, because look here, let's go to history. We made, you look, this is $1.74 right here. Well, Marcus, that's $1.81. You're not counting your commissions. We have made profit, but this is active trading. Now, when you want to somewhat set it and forget it, let's go back over here. Once you find that better position, you keep that better position, because you've already found, let's go over here, resistance. You found a point that the market is not breaking and then it's falling. So now your better position is right here. This is our first position. By the time this turns into $5, this one here will turn into $5 when this one here is worth $3.50. Does that make sense? So when you have better position, now that we have better position, next time you get better position, you take the better position. Once this trade breaks even, go ahead and get out of that trade, you see. And once you get out of that trade, now this trade here is going to go back and forth from being worth $1.50, then it's going to be worth 75 cents, then it's going to be worth $2, then it's going to be worth $1.25, then it's going to be worth $3, then it's going to be worth 75 cents, then it's going to be worth $4, then it's going to be worth something, then it's going to finally be worth $5, blah blah blah, because you were able to fight for a better position. So we're concluding this lesson, but before I get out of here, it's so important that we do a couple of more things. Everyone that's on the team has a copy of this. Most people don't read it. You can hide it, and if you don't want people to take action, write it down, because people are lazy. But whoever is watching this video now, you see the important. That's why I put on here gains versus losses. Do you see that we've made more than we lost? We ain't even lost nothing. We're just making gains right now. Look here, wages. What are wages? When you go to a job, when you trade your time for money, or even as a business owner, when you are, you still have to invest your time as a business owner. I'm self-employed for years, but as an entrepreneur, we want systems. But anyhow, and that was a freebie. I better write that down, because that get paid good money to say that kind of stuff at seminars. Real good money. But we like profit. I like wages too. Money coming in, income is better than nothing at all. But here's the thing about profits. Ideally, you put something else to work besides you. In wages, you went to work. And look here, So this statement that I made to all my rookie friends, I make money all day using this formula. Successful keys to trading, just no doubt about it. This is mastering the penny trade. We make money from only risking 1%. Low risk, high reward. Once you kill the game, some people call crush it. Some people call killing it. Some people just say once you master it. Once you understand the penny, you'll never have you'll never have a money problem another day in your life. Now, how to know if you are a live or demo trader? 3 question mark. Okay, you should be in demo if you have never turned a penny into $5 on 6 consecutive occasions. How hard is that? You have to take a 1-cent trade and you have to successfully turn it into $5 6 consecutive occasions. If you ain't done that, you have no business trading real money. Now let's go live. Look at live. This is for people who have turned a penny into $5 at least 6 times. Now let's read the rest. You know how to properly manage a trade. Yes, if you are trading live, you turn a penny into $5 6 times. You know how to properly manage a trade. Now let's read this part right here. If you are trading live and you should be in demo, then if you crash and burn, guess what? It's your own fault. Ain't nobody else's fault but yours. Get ready to be an ICU over at Traders Hospital. You know, if you out there jumping off the sidewalk, you know, confused, sleeping up under your bed, nervous because you just blew your account because you went live and you should have been in demo, whose fault is it? It's your own fault. Now, step away from it for a while. Get your marbles back. All of your marbles. Now, disclaimer. Trade at your own risk. I'm not responsible for anything you do. I taught this class. I know how to trade. I trade professionally. I make my money from trading. I know what I'm doing. But guess what? Trade at your own risk. I have nothing to do with your outcome. You know. Now, can you learn something from this video? You better believe it. I just taught you how I make money all day long with a proven formula. This is how I make money. Is this the only formula? Is this an elementary formula? You better believe it's an elementary formula. There are other ways to do it, but this works. You know, so results vary, and they do, because the market can change on you. So you have to, even in a trade, be able to readjust. All right. Commentary. Everybody that's on my team know I write commentary. I wrote commentary the other day for this trade, this currency pair, EUR/AUD. That's the European, man, what's that thing called? A euro. And their currency is the R, the euro. Trading against the AU, which is Australia. D is their currency, the dollar. So it's the European euro against the Australian dollar. And I told everybody to get into the sell limit. I made so much money on this trade when everybody else didn't make hardly nothing. Only my experienced traders were making money. I told you when to get in. I told you how to manage the trade. I broke this trade down. It wasn't no guessing. But one thing I couldn't have in this trade, how to pick up second positions, how to get better entries and stuff like that. So my commentary, if you are on my team, you get my commentary. When people don't pay their monthly bill for the harmonic scanner, guess what? We pull you away from the team. You no longer have access, and you don't get my commentary. Everybody that reads my commentary makes money. Did I say something? Because due diligence is done. We're not guessing. We're not goofing around. So tell your friends about this. Tell them, hey, you're going to get Marcus's commentary. He's going to teach you the keys to successful trading. And guess what? He's already proven to us that he knows how to trade. Look at this right here. Look at trade number 1. Look at trade number 1. Y'all, let's get out of this trade, because now we know if this trade here, let's go over here and look. Let's go over here and look. See, look, it already broke past minor support. That's where I got in at. I got in at minor support. My entry was bad. You can look at this. I should have ended up here somewhere. I should have ended up here. Now, this one here, I don't know if the market is going to ever come back up here and touch this again. But if it does, as soon as this one here breaks even and out the way, I'm gone. Or if this one here breaks even and get out the way first, I already know now at the bottom of a correction, I don't want to enter a sell at the bottom of a sell. Because I'm like, oh man, it's going down. Yeah, it is going down, but you don't get in when it's going down, and you don't get in when it's going up. Once it's done going up, then you go down. Once it's done going down, then you go up. It's just that simple. When it's going down, we don't do nothing. But once it's done going down, then we ride it up. When it's done going up, but while it's going up, we don't do nothing. But when it's done going up, then we ride it down. And so this position right here, if this trade executes again, I'm here to tell you, you won't have no problem letting this one trade right here turn into $5 by itself. But in the meanwhile, you're going to be hopping in and out like I showed you, in and out. So not only will this one trade eventually turn into $5, but you're going to be made a fortune along the way. That concludes my lesson for the day. Get with your sponsor, and with your down, with your upline. Remember, when you bring 3 people in, you don't have to pay your monthly fee. If you're teaching people how to make money, you have a moral obligation. That's how I felt. I just gave you a money making manual. So you have a moral obligation to teach people, to at least present it to them. Don't force this on nobody. If they want to keep working their job for god awful wages, if they happy flipping burgers and sweeping with a mop, even the people that got these so-called professional jobs, they ain't making no real money. You see, they doing okay. It's a job, J-O-B, just over broke. That's what it stands for. They make just enough money to get by. And so, bring people in, and when you trust me, when you know how to effectively trade, man, this here is like playing a video game. But instead of you spending money buying somebody else's video game and you spending valuable time doing that goofy stuff, now you are investing in yourself and you're constantly making money. Y'all, I got to go, but y'all already know the plan. We're not going to sit here and wear this training out and watching me. Y'all already know, once this one here hits the break even, as soon as it hit break even, I'm out of it, and then I know how to manage my way. All right, God bless everybody. Happy trading, and get rich, but do it low risk, high reward.